Reaction to the Hunter Biden guilty plea. That is the subject of tonight's Talking Points memo. Okay, this is an easy deal for Hunter Biden. Everybody knows that. If I was the actor Wesley Snipes, remember Wesley? I think he was a vampire in some movies, and he was in a basketball movie with Woody Harrelson. So Wesley got 3 years in a federal penitentiary for not paying his taxes. Pretty much the exact same thing that Hunter Biden did. And that's not equal justice for all. So the president, Hunter's father, is going to be confronted with this situation for the foreseeable future. Go.
Your son's a very Thank you. Please, come on, thank you.
All right, very proud of my son. So what do you expect him to say? I mean, you know, he comes at it from the kid was a drug addict. Now he's trying not to be a drug addict, and he denies that he knew anything about his financial irregularities, which is hard for me to believe when the Biden family, it looks like now, derived $20 million from foreign concerns for doing nothing. And the patriarch of the family doesn't know anything about that? That ring true to you? Anyway, that's not what we're dealing with now, but believe me, that is coming, and the Democratic Party is very worried about that. I had a long discussion with Sean Hannity on his program, radio program today about that. It's posted on BillO'Reilly.com if you would like to hear it. Okay, so we have an ongoing investigation of Hunter, according to the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, but no one believes that. I don't believe it. So the FBI is not going to investigate the Bidens aggressively. It's not. And there's nothing I can do or Hannity can do or anybody can do to force the FBI to do its job. Under Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, the pipeline is Garland takes his orders from Biden, Christopher Wray, the FBI chief, takes his orders from Garland, and the order is lay off. That's simple. Lay off. But they're not going to do anything. But you do have two congressional committees, Judiciary and Oversight. Now, I gave some good advice to Comer and Jordan, the two Republicans heading those committees, about how to present what they know to be true. You got to take partisan politics out of it. You have to. And you have to have charts, and you have to have graphs, and you have to be as simple as humanly possible so that the majority of Americans who don't follow the news, many of them don't care about their country, can understand if there is evidence, and I mean solid evidence, that Joe Biden took money from foreign companies through his family. That's what this is all about. It's not about Hunter Biden. Nobody cares about Hunter Biden. He should have gotten 6 months in the federal pen. Yeah, he should have gotten that. But he's the president's son. So anyway, all of this is going to continue. And there's two reasons why. Partisan politics, big stakes in 24. You all know that. And payback. Payback for Trump. All right, you're going to do that to our guy. We're going to do this to your guy. But we, the people, have a right to know if Vice President Joe Biden took money under the table. And if you don't care about that, or you're not investigating that, that's corruption. And the FBI is corrupt. If Republicans win in 24, the whole Justice Department, all the upper echelons, all of them are going to be fired. There'll be a new FBI chief. There'll be a new attorney general, of course, and down the line. They're going. There isn't any two sides to the story. It's corrupt. And then we live in this country, and I know you're frustrated. You go, what can I do? You can't do anything but vote. And maybe, have discussions with your family and friends about this. But you're going to run into people who don't care if Joe Biden took money as vice president. There were people who didn't care that Richard Nixon obstructed justice and lied and did everything. There were 30% of people who didn't care. So that's where we are today. But it's very important for this country's future if, and that's a big word, if Joe Biden took money, we got to get to the bottom of that. Okay, so after the Durham testimony, there were the usual suspects. I'm sorry, after the Hunter Biden verdict, I'm ahead of myself. I'll get to Durham. After the Hunter Biden verdict plea deal yesterday, the usual suspects showed up. Go.
The real crime here is not what Hunter Biden's pleading guilty to. You have someone who is engaged in corruption, in selling influence to the highest echelons of the United States government, and that influence was sold to some of the most devious and dangerous people on planet Earth. And now they're getting him to plead guilty on tax charges.
I think, honestly, they probably went out of their way to charge him. But no one should lose sight of what this was all about, the sheer sadism of an attempt to wield a son's addiction against the father for political purposes. That's what has animated this entire enterprise from the beginning.
I think that's the dumbest statement I've heard on television news in a year or two. That was so stupid it was almost beyond belief. It's Hunter Biden's addiction. They're using his addiction to try to get his father. No. He got more than $10 million, you pinhead. I mean, sometimes, and that's NBC News putting that out. Your jaw just goes, are you actually saying that on television? And that idiot has been doing that for years. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201 or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text Bill to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.